I guess I got to do this. Welcome to Oddball. We have a great show for you guys today. We will be talking a little bit later about Luka Doncic and the Mavs tying up the series. But first, the Celtics. Charlotte, are you okay?
No, no, I'm not okay. Did you watch the Celtics game last night?
I did watch the Celtics game.
Do you think as a Celtics fan I'm okay? Do you think I'm good? Do you think I'm thriving?
I mean, they lost the game. It doesn't feel like the end of the world, does it?
Can you just tell everybody what happened?
Well, I mean, the Celtics lost game 2, 118-94. It was a home game and they got blown out at home. The Cavs led after the start of the second quarter and they didn't relinquish the lead again. Tatum had a bad day. He shot 3 of 11 from the field, only 1 of 6 in the paint. Derek White finally turned back into a pumpkin and only had 10 points, 3 of 11 from 3, thus keeping his streak intact of when he shoots 12 of them. When he attempts 12, they've won 21 straight. He only shot 11 last night, 11 field goals overall, 8 from the 3-point line. So the streak is intact. And Celtics fans left the game with 6 minutes remaining.
Okay, we get it. That's good, great. Amazing roundup, recap, good job. I mean, this is what is happening. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm watching the game, and it's close. And then the Cavs start winning, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is fun for a change. Like a little mix it up. Like, let's see the Celtics get tested a little bit. And then all of a sudden they're up 20.
Right.
And I'm like, sorry, what? And then, so either the Celtics like blow out a team, or you know what this feels like? I mean, this isn't fun. This is not fun for me. You say the fans left? There's this entitlement to wins in Boston right now, where the fans and the team itself, they're like, oh, we're so good that if we lose this one, that's okay. Let's put the bench in. Like, let's rest our guys because we'll just beat them the next 3. That is such bullshit. That is such a lame, boring way to play in the playoffs. And then the fans, same. 5 minutes left, they're like, oh, we're not going to win. We're not going to stay and cheer on our team. And this is what I worried about last year when they got rid of Marcus Smart. I was like, okay, where is that fire? What's going, like, I was texting with our good friend Mike Schur after the game last night, and he was like, it's almost like they need some animal in them, because our whole joke has been, they need a dog in them. And at this point, and he was like, what about a ferret? I was like, I would take a platypus. Like, what about a platypus? Like, show something. And then I feel guilty, because this is the best team, and like one of the best historically good teams, and this isn't fun for me. And then I'm like, I'm an entitled Boston fan. And then I'm like, why am I not enjoying this more? Because I feel, show me something. Show me something, everybody.
This is what I would say. Please stop banging the damn table, man. I know you're animated, but get a hold of yourself. Be a professional for 5 seconds.
How am I supposed to get a hold of myself? Look, also, it's one loss. Again, they did this to against Miami. It's one loss. And then I'll go back to being like, oh, this team, I love celebrating excellence. But this sucks. This isn't fun. And they're so good. And it should be more fun. And I'm having a complete come apart.
Well, first of all, the prophet Donnie Wahlberg spoke of all of these things weeks ago, right? After the game 2 loss against Miami in the first round, about this idea that the fans are responsible for the lack of energy in TD Garden.
Well, it's a chicken or the egg situation.
Well, speaking of chickens, let's listen to Jason Tatum. When asked about the Celtics being a super team, he had this to say.
That's the narrative that you might see on TV. The idea that we have a super team, it's twofold, right? We didn't have the coach of the year. We didn't have the MVP. We only had 2 All-Stars. So they say we're a super team, but, we didn't get rewarded like we are.
That is the late. Oh, well, sorry, we didn't get awards, so we're not a super team. Oh, we only we only clinched the #1 spot, like, while everybody else was fighting. But you're a super team. You're a super team. You have such good players. You are demolishing other players. Own it. Be like, yeah, we're a super team. Isn't that cool? We just laid an egg, but that's okay. We'll come back. Instead, he's like, oh, we didn't get coach of the year. I don't give a shit.
This is so funny to me, ladies and gentlemen. Why does it mean laughing at all this? Because like 2 days ago, we had the emergence of cocky Celtics fan Charlotte Wilder. She's out here talking shit and like just living the dream, like riding that wave of emotion like a surfer. And then today it all comes crashing back down. Charlotte, which one is the real Charlotte Wilder, I guess is my question.
I don't even know anymore. I mean,
by the way, I didn't even know you were at the game yesterday. Yeah,
what?
we got producers found this picture. Yeah, there you
are. Oh no,
that's
not.
That looks like your arm is a little hairy, but yeah, that's you.
No, that's not me because mine doesn't have a line through it.
Oh wow, yeah. Yours says lots of doubt.
Yeah, that couldn't be me. That's someone who looks a lot like me, but it's not the right tattoo.
Attention to detail, producers. When we do these things, these photoshops, you got to get attention to detail. Get the tattoos right. All right, really quick, the Cavs, we talked a lot about Celtics, what they didn't do, but the Cavs did a lot of good things. They took away those catch and shoot threes that Coach Bickerstaff was talking about. They forced the Celtics to put the ball on the floor and go inside the arc. Evan Mobley had a career high, 21 points, career playoff high, and he's the youngest Cavs since LeBron to have a 20-10-5 playoff game. Karis LeVert, 21 off the bench. Donovan Mitchell, 29 points, 23 of those in the second half. Charlotte, I thought it was a lot like what the Heat did in the first round, which was, hey, we defended Boston, and that's totally within reason because we are an elite defense, both the Heat and the Cavs are. But then we also shot the ball incredibly well, which for the Celtics, for the Cavs and the Heat, not something that they usually do in their current forms, right? This Cavs team was bottom half of the league in scoring and like one of the worst teams in the postseason in terms of offensive rating in the half court. So their ability to create shots like that, I don't buy that they're going to shoot that well from three more times. But having said that, I gotta accept that like this is not quite the Miami Heat because they actually have their stars who can score in Garland and Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, they also, I feel like they have guys, first of all, most of them are healthy and they can rise to the occasion. And they rose to the occasion last night. And it's what you were talking about with Donovan Mitchell was getting the ball to other guys. Like not only can he score, he can facilitate, and also just his energy on the bench. He was like, let's go. Like he was really, to quote our best friend Tyler Hero, he was galvanizing this team in a way that worked. And so they're going back home. We saw what they did in Game 7 against the Magic in the first round. Like, I don't know. I think that they have as good a chance as anyone has had this season against the Celtics right now.
Charlotte, your energy is just, look, even as you're giving regular analysis, and that was good, the energy levels are just too low. I feel like you need to pick me up or something. I saw this tweet. This is pretty funny, no? Yeah? There it is. There's a smile.
Jason Tatum is like the Michael Jordan of Tobias Harris's. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, so the producers came up with a couple of our own here. Let's see what we got. We've got Jalen Brunson is the Michael Jordan of Jeremy Lin's. That's a good one there.
Yeah, or maybe... Yeah. Maybe Jalen, yeah, because he's lasting. He's making it happen.
Exactly. Michael, that's what makes him Michael. All right, how about Derek White is the Michael Jordan of Patrick Beverley's? I don't like that one.
I don't like that one either.
Yeah, Patrick Beverley.
No, Derek White is the Alex Caruso's of Marcus Smart's.
No. Derek White is the Michael Jordan of Michael Jordan's.
Oh, yeah. Here. Yeah. This is kind of fun. I'm sort of having fun again. Okay.
Luka Doncic is the Michael Jordan of Ben Simmons's? No.
I don't even get that.
I'm going to go with Luka Doncic is the Michael Jordan of James Harden's. Right? Because they play kind of a ball dominant.
Sorry, it takes me a second. This is still math. I know it's number. I know it's letters, but it's still math.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. So, the other game is Oklahoma City lost game 2, 119-110 to the Dallas Mavericks. And Charlotte, we can go X's and O's and everything, but I don't care about any of that. This is all I care about right here.
I know what's happening now.
Someone connected their phone. No, someone in the press conference as they took off their Bluetooth headset or whatever in order to start recording said press conference, had a video that was running and did not realize that you taking off your headphones or disconnecting your Bluetooth device will not stop that video from running necessarily. And the moment happened and they were listening to or watching something that can only be described as adult content.
Yes.
And we have a censored version of that moment right here.
We were open shot, so just our sharing the ball and our energy was.
Okay, moving on. My favorite thing, we didn't even leave it in, where Luka says, I hope that wasn't live, which is just, mwah, chef's kiss.
Oh, God, the melodica really killed me. I'm feeling a lot better now.
And they won. We don't even need to talk about them. All right, games tonight. Games tonight. All right, the Knicks and the Pacers head to Indianapolis for game 3. OG Anunoby is confirmed out. They're 26-5 when he does play, so obviously that's very big. Game 4 will be Sunday. Charlotte, your good friend, not your good friend or neighbor, but maybe Ben Stiller.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he just continues to be unhinged, an unhinged Knicks fan. He wrote this really unnecessarily long tweet about game 3 and all that. But then he has this part here where he says, the national media gives us no respect. In fact, has antipathy towards us. They talk about how much they want us to lose and how we can't last. Who the f*** is Ben Stiller watching or listening to?
I have no idea, because as members of the national media, Ben, we have said the nicest things about the Knicks that we have ever said. We are a show not known for being kind to Madison Square Garden, and we have been like, this place is electric, this team is incredible. Ben, you're clearly not watching Oddball, and you know what, Ben? Come on Oddball, and we'll tell you how amazing the Knicks are to your face as members of the national media.
I feel like, what's his name? Jim Carrey in the Truman Show when his wife is just talking about Coco, whatever. He's like, who are you talking about? Who are you talking to? Like, that's exactly what I feel. All right. Finally, before we head out, Denver, Minnesota heads to Minneapolis for game 3. Rudy Gobert will be back. Game 4 is on Sunday. I will be at that game 4. Charlotte, next time we talk, this series will be 4 games in the books. What do you think it'll be?
Oof. I said sweep, so I'm going to stand by it.
There it is. All right.
All right.
All right, we'll get to odds and ends in a second, but really quick, some news on Friday morning. The Suns are reportedly hiring coach Mike Budenholzer for a shit ton of money. We'll be right back right after this.
Welcome back to Oddball. We have some odds and ends from the rest of the week that we have got to go through. I mean, the first thing we have to talk about is that Charles Barkley had some things to say about New York City last night on Inside the NBA, including...
Come on, man. Y'all overrated.
And Shaq was goading him. He was like, what else?
What else, Chuck?
And there's one thing that Chuck cannot critique about New York City.
Yes, thank you, Charlotte. I am Charlotte here on the streets of New York City. Charles Barkley says he doesn't like New York at all, but he does appreciate its street meat.
I don't care what kind of meat it is. Just put that white sauce on it. I ain't gonna say anything bad about the street meat.
I have located what I believe is the street cart that he would frequent the most if he is telling the truth. We're gonna see if this is the place where he eats his street meat. I have brought evidence to see if they know who this man is. Do you recognize this guy? No, he never comes here? No? Here's one where he's not smiling. Still no? He doesn't come here? He said he loves New York street meat, and I'm trying to figure out what cart he goes to. I think that's the cart. I did my research, 10th and 33rd. Let's go see if he recognizes my guy. Do you know who this guy is? Do you recognize him? Does he come to your cart ever? Yeah, tell it. Charles Barkley? You don't recognize him? I don't know, Chuck. I've been to every cart in the general vicinity of CNN where you might get out of a big fancy car, so have you even had it recently? Have you even had that street meat with the white sauce? If so, tell me which cart. Which one is it, buddy?
We are back with a few more odds and ends here on our end. What?
How was that sound?
Hello again, Charlotte. Nice to meet you, Amin.
Oh, no. I mean, oh, boy. This is Al. He co-hosted with me a few days ago when you were out. Al, what are you doing here? We don't need you.
Since this segment of Oddball is also airing on the Dan Le Batard Show, Meadowlark Media wanted to ensure this segment is efficiently search engine optimized to contain a minimum of 3,000 trending metadata tags.
It seems really unnecessary. Also, isn't Gorithm the bad guy from Space Jam 2?
One moment, please. According to all available data, no one gave a about Space Jam 2.
Wow.
Al swears so much. I mean, oh my God, this is going to be wild. Okay, Al, what's the first topic?
The USA Olympic basketball team is currently trending. LeBron James, Steph Curry, Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant, Ant. Sorry, my head exploded. USA must replace Kawhi Leonard. Even as a robot, I find Kawhi to be too robotic. Can we replace him and some other old f***s with Jaylen Brunson?
Al, you're not supposed to have opinions. First of all, what? Okay, I mean, I guess we have to talk about this because Al says it's good for social. It's funny to me, I mean, that a lot of these guys that Al mentioned are just not in the playoffs at all at this point. They're the old dudes right now.
You can throw Tyrese Halliburton on the list of dudes that's about to be out these playoffs too, unless they can contest a couple more calls.
Right.
No,
Build the whole plane out of Jaylen Brunson.
I was surprised Jaylen Brunson. I was surprised Jaylen Brunson wasn't on this to begin with. You know who else should be on Team USA that isn't on that list right there, Charlotte? Derek White. Like, hey man, this dude clearly is the best player in the league. What are we doing? Keeping him off?
Yeah. What are we doing? Oh man. All right, Al. What do you got for us?
Pat Riley said Jimmy Butler should keep his mouth shut unless he's on the court. Then Riley said he was hesitant to re-sign the frequently injured Butler. Alternate search term, Himmy Buckets. I detect passive-aggressive behavior. How would you react if you were Jimmy Butler? Alternate search term, Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, God. Okay.
There's nobody who calls him Timothy Chalamet.
Well, Al does.
Let's start there.
Al does.
No, he's saying it's search results. Where is he searching?
I don't believe it for a second. Here's what Pat Riley said. He said, if you're not on the court playing against Boston or in the court playing against the New York Knicks, you should keep your mouth shut on the criticism of those teams. Because Jimmy said that he would have kicked their asses. And
yes. Jimmy also said,
yeah, Jimmy was also having some fun in Miami. Pat Riley also said it's a big decision on our part to commit those kinds of resources unless you have somebody who's going to be there and available every single night. About Jimmy Butler, he also said something else. I mean, didn't he say like we're not trading him though?
Yeah, like he made it clear that this does not make him available. Just there, because Jimmy's looking for an extension. He's looking to add 2 more years onto his deal at the highest maximum dollar value. And, Pat Riley's making it known like, yo, hold on now. I'm not going to commit to this if you're like not available, which, I mean, to be frank, that happened for a lot of the season and happened for the entire of the playoffs. I'm not saying that Jimmy sat, like he was hurt, but, I think part of this is Pat making like saber rattling, and part of it, why would we commit to someone who's getting to that stage of his career where availability is a question? Oddly enough, Charlotte, this press conference reminded me of the press conference Pat had 10 years ago when LeBron James was a free agent. And he said, what was the thing that Pat said? He said, you want to get trending? Let's get trending. And I think like he just learned the word trending that day. And so he tried to incorporate it into the speech. And then in this speech about Jimmy Butler, he said maybe Jimmy was trolling. He pronounced trolling in a very weird way that led me to believe he had just learned that word on that day.
I mean, Pat Riley is current. Like, look at us here trending with Gorithm.
Trolling.
Do you think this is anything that's been going on? Well, is Al back? He just pops up. Al, why do you look so weird? Why do you look like a camera lens with a basketball in it? I was able to upgrade your voice last time. Can we upgrade what you look like?
There is a visual upgrade available for a nominal fee. Would you like to accept this charge?
This seems like a loaded question, but sure, why not?
Wonderful. $857,000 has been charged to the card on file labeled Amin's Amex.
Oh, it's your personal this time. What?
Yeah, totally worth it.
Okay, so if you're not watching this, you should be, because Algorithm just put a bunch of eyes. Yeah, he put googly eyes on himself.
For $800,000. Luckily, I do have the black card, so I'm worth it.
No,
all right, what's the next story?
True crime shows are incredibly popular. Domantas Sabonis is definitively not. Thusly, I have scraped open source records and determined with 97.5% confidence who made the irrational choice and voted for him for MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. How should I respond?
Charge. You know how you should respond? You should take the charges off my card and put it on that person's card. That's what you should do.
Yeah. Who did that? I mean,
Scomp Lincoln. I don't know, but we'll find out. That's the beauty of NBA award voting. There is no anonymity. At the end of all of this, they're going to release the 100 voters and what they voted for on every single thing. You're going to be able to find who got votes for what, at what place, for what award, and what all league team. Don't worry. We'll find this individual and we will smoke them out.
Here's the thing, though. I sort of really respect this, because if you are the person, listen, if you're the person who voted for Domantas Sabonis and you're like a Portland Trailblazer, Portland, and you're a Kings homer, and you're like, yes, I'm willing to put my name on this, like, that takes a little bit of chutzpah, I mean.
No.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
All right. Al, what else do you have for us?
Television schedules indicate there are 2 NBA basketball games tonight. The Minnesota Timberwolves will face the Denver Nuggets, and Indiana Pacers will face the New York Knickerbockers. Present a viral take about either game that is 60 seconds or less for Oddball social media channels.
This is the upgraded voice, you tell me.
Yeah, before it was like, I am a robot, and then he was like, I'm going to be sexy. And I was like, Al, we don't need you to be sexy. This is a basketball show. You want a viral take? Here's a viral take. Jaylen Brunson will play all but 3 minutes. Anunoby will be back for a quarter, and the Knicks will beat the Pacers at home again. I mean, at home for the first time, but they'll beat them again.
All right. We kind of did this in another segment on another episode, but Denver bounces back, storms back in game 3, wins resoundingly, and then game 4 on Sunday. I'm giving you a little extra too. On Sunday, they're going to tie this series up. It'll be tied 2-2 going back to Denver, and everyone will say what a wonderful series that was.
Wow. What do you think about my take?
I didn't even hear your take. I was thinking of mine the whole time. I just know you talked about the Knicks and Pacers. What was your take?
Yeah, same. I don't remember what you said, so I asked you about mine. I said that the Knicks are going to win. This is how the sausage gets made, folks.
Hey,
you think algorithm is something. We've got weird algorithms in our brains over here trying to figure out how to talk to each other while thinking about the next thing we're going to say.
Pre-programmed, ladies and gentlemen, this is television at its finest, where people are just waiting to talk.
Sorry,
that's
you
all
both
we're doing.
Too long. The viewer is now watching this video.
Oh my God, is that just a cat playing basketball?
That's not a cat playing basketball.
Oh,
no,
is.
That's physically not possible. The cat picked up the ball and then shot it upward. Run that back, Gorithm. Like look at this. The cat cannot dribble a basketball.
Yeah, but you know what's really popular on the internet is cats. So I sort of see where he's coming from. You know what, Al? Thank you for coming back. I still don't know why your upgrade costs so much, though.
Because according to your Instagram engagement, I am now your type.
What
does that mean?
That's the creepiest thing. Someone on our production team had to write that. I just want.
I did it.
Not to peel back the curtain too much.
What are you talking about? No, this is.
What are you guys talking about? That's my type. Googly eyes.